Hello all, I am the Tarot Witch, and I am here with your full moon in Libra reading. I am a practicing witch, for those of you that don't know me, and I am an intuitive tarot reader. And I also call myself a spiritual counselor. What I mean by spiritual counselor is I am someone, like you would go to a therapist and sit down and talk, but you would come to me, sit down and talk, and we would inquire with the divine and with the spirits and see how we can really help you resolve any issues you have. I am very happy to be here. I hope that this reading helps you. If this message isn't for you, then I hope that some part of it does resonate for you, okay? So let's begin. I am going to be reading using the Rider-Waite. This is the Universal Rider-Waite deck, and I'm going to be complementing that deck with my angels and ancestor oracle cards. Okay, so let us begin. I invite in all of my spirit guides. I invite in my ancestors. I invite in Archangel Gabriel to help me communicate more clearly. And I invite in all other beings of light to help give this message of what we should focus on for our full moon in Libra, which is March 20th, 2019, tomorrow. I speak on behalf of the collective, and I ask that the Spirit just gives us guidance tonight on what we need to balance in our lives and what we can focus on to motivate us until our next full moon. Again, I thank all of the spirits and angels and guides and ancestors, beings of light that come forth to help me with this message. Mm-hmm. You know what? I think I forgot to shuffle these. I have these upside down. Okay, so here we go. Okay. All right. So I'm already seeing completion is a word that comes to mind as I'm looking at this. I'm looking at completion and new beginnings, leaving behind of things that no longer serve us. But many of you, I'm feeling like, don't really believe that you are divinely gifted with emotional stability and intuition, intuitive gifts, or whatever you may. So the first card that came up was the 10 of Pentacles, which talks about the completion and coming full circle with all of the hard work that you've been putting in, okay? Coming to an end, to the end of the race. I'm seeing happiness, joy, celebration, okay? I'm seeing that right now in your life, you're ready to begin celebrating the hard work you've been putting forward. And it's very funny because we're about to enter a new year since Aries season is upon us. So this is quite fitting that the first card that I pulled was the 10 of Pentacles, because we are coming to a full circle in the zodiac wheel. So I'm seeing completion, and I'm seeing that waiting that you've done for your plans to come into full is coming. You're about to receive those gifts, or you're about to receive the fruits of your labor. But I'm also seeing that something, whatever is keeping you back as you step into this new phase and new year, there's things that are holding you back. And whenever I see the moon, subconsciously, there's something holding you back. Maybe you're telling yourself that you can't do it. Maybe you're telling yourself that what you want isn't what you deserve. But he's wearing a red cloak of courage as he goes off into the unknown. So this is a time to be courageous. This is a time to go chase after what you want, and not look at those empty cups, because if you notice, these cups are empty. So there's nothing else for you here. So you have to leave behind whatever is no longer serving you subconsciously, physically, emotionally. You have to leave that behind. Okay? You have to go off into the dark. And it is scary. It's a very scary process, going off into the unknown. But the only way that you will become the person you need to be is if you go off into the unknown. Okay? The only way that you will build your intuitive gifts is if you are out alone on your own and have no other choice but to listen to that inner voice, to help guide you through whatever you're going through, to help guide you through the wilderness. So the Ace of Cups is upside down, okay? And I feel as though a lot of you guys, you don't feel divinely blessed, or you're not accepting it on the inside. It's one thing to hear someone tell you something, it's another thing to believe it. Okay? You can hear someone tell you all day that the divine has your back, that your intuitive gifts will be amplified, that you can be emotionally stable, or that you can have creative ideas, that you can go forth and begin again. But until you believe that, you won't be able to do anything, okay? So I'm seeing here that a lot of you need to fully grasp the reality that you are divinely gifted with intuitive knowing, inner knowing. You are divinely gifted with emotional stability. Our birthright is not to be emotionally stagnant or emotionally fucked up in the head. Like that's not our birthright. We are divinely blessed. So I'm seeing here that some of you truly don't believe in your divine birthright, and you need to believe that, because unless you can see and believe that the divine is giving something to you, you won't be able to see it. Okay, there are new beginnings on the horizon as we see the Fool. Okay, and this is something that you can hold close to your heart. Now, what do we know about the Fool? And again, you see that you see red all over. So he has courage to go after what he wants. He's holding that flower as well, right? And that white flower, whenever I see white, I think of divinity. So he's holding spirit close to him, but he's going off. And it's even crazier because the Fool is the card of Aries, because Aries is new beginnings. The Fool is that card, okay? So, and the Fool starts the deck, the beginning, okay? And we're about to be brought into a new beginning, okay? So the Fool, he is not someone that overthinks. He's not cautious. He's ready to go out and chase after what he truly wants, okay? If you want to chase after your dreams and your goals, and you want to bring everything that you've been working to fruition, then you have to embody the Fool, okay? If you are truly ready for the new beginning that this new year is giving us, this full moon in Libra is our last full moon, okay? This full moon is about bringing back the balance and authority into your life, okay? So you have to take on a new persona of the Fool. All right? Don't look so much at the risks that you're taking. Just take them anyways, okay? Strength is the next card. It's going to take a lot of strength. Emotional, physical. It's going to take a lot of strength to chase after what you want right now. So on this full moon, you can focus on strengthening your inner confidence, strengthening your belief that you can go after and chase what you want, okay? The most beautiful thing here is that this woman is taming this lion. And she has the infinity around her head, okay? And this infinity is a never ending, right? So our strength is divinely gifted and never ending, okay? It's never ending strength. And you need to embody that strength this full moon. Set your intentions to bring strength, more divine strength into your life, okay? It's time to awaken all those divine gifts in you and let go what you don't need anymore. It's very funny because the last card that I pulled was the 10 of Wands. And this man is bringing home. He's bringing this wood, and he's carrying this wood. He's not looking at where he's going. He's just carrying it because he knows his destination. Okay? So many of us, we have so many things that we're carrying as we're preparing and we're getting ready for our come up, if you will, okay? And it's sometimes, right? And 10, again, it means completion. Right before you get to your destination, right before you finish the race, right? It always seems like those last couple miles, because he's almost done. If you look at this, he's almost finished, okay? Those last couple yards are always the hardest. Always the hardest, all right? But you can't give up, because that new beginning is waiting for you. That finish line is there. It's waiting for you, okay? You have to focus on what you want. You have to want it so bad that those last couple miles seem like nothing. You know, those last couple yards don't really get to you that much because you know what? You already know what you're going after. Okay? The first oracle card that I pulled was make plans and focus. Make plans and focus, right? Make plans and focus. And when I see this, I immediately think of that 10 of Wands. You have to focus. Focus on what you're doing. Plan, prepare, and focus for this new beginning that you're about to get. You have to. You can't do anything if your mind's all over the place. And that again comes to the Ace of Cups, because you need to be emotionally aligned, spiritually aligned, intuitively aligned, to make the right plans and to focus on the right things. Okay? The next oracle that I pulled is the Animal Guardian. And she says, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. We're going to go back to that Ace of Cups. Trusting in what the divine has given you so that you can do all these things, make all these preparations, focus. Okay? Trusting your instincts also knows when to walk away from whatever is not serving you. Trusting your instinct is knowing when to put up boundaries, when to say no. Trusting your instinct is knowing how strong you really are. Okay? Shift your perception. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Okay? Sometimes the way we view things, we're viewing them from a perception of lack, a perception of want. You know, if this person pulling these wands shifted their perception, they wouldn't really think, you know what, I still got all this way to go. They would think, I made it this far, I can go a little longer. Okay? If you shift your perception about strength, you would see that this lion is allowing himself to be tamed. He's allowing it. He's allowing this woman to caress him and nurture him. He's allowing that. Okay? If you shift your perception, what you're leaving behind, it's empty. There ain't nothing left there anyway. So why even carry that baggage with you, you know, into the unknown? It's all about the way you view things. It's all about how you view things. So this full moon, I need you guys to really take a minute, stop, assess where you are in life right now. Focus on what is holding you back. Because, you know, Libras are all about balance, right? Balance. So you need to balance out in your life right now. What's holding you back? And be real with yourself, okay? What's holding you back? What things can you say honestly, you know what? I can let this go. You know? What things and how are you subconsciously, unconsciously holding yourself back? Are you constantly telling yourself that you're not going to make it to the finish line? That you don't have the strength, the divine strength, that you don't have the intuitive gifts because you don't feel what other people put off that they're feeling. A lot of times, the one thing that holds us back is when we compare ourselves to other people, when we compare our gifts to other people, when we compare our journey with other people. This man ain't focused on no one else but himself. And him coming to completion of bringing these wands home. Wands are all about action. He's not worried about no one else. Okay? This fool isn't worried about anyone else's journey but his own new beginning. He's not asking what other people think or if this is the right move. He's not constantly guessing himself. He's taking his leap of faith with authority. And that's one word that keeps coming to mind. Authority. Authority. Make your plans. Take authority in your life. so that you can begin to balance out your scales. Okay? And balance your emotions. It's time to stop allowing the world, the illusions, all those things hinder you from making your plans. Shifting your perspective is a big thing right now because we have so many illusions in life that come up, right? Instagram, Facebook, reality television, all those things. We have so many illusions, and those illusions make us feel like we're not doing as much as the other person, or that we can't get to what the other person has, or that we're not worthy. Okay? But shifting your perception will allow you to realize and see the illusions and leave that shit behind. A big thing tomorrow is going to be, what are you willing to leave behind? What are you willing to walk away from to balance out your life? What are you willing to walk away from? Are you willing to take that leap of faith and start new? Embrace your new beginning. Go on, go searching for the adventure. Take the leap of faith, whether it's in your business, maybe starting a business, take that leap of faith. Okay? Whether it's starting a new, I don't know, anything new in your life. Take that leap of faith, okay? You have to remember how strong you are and how divinely blessed you are. Okay? And I'll just pull one more. Let's see what we got here. Shed old skin. Shed old skin. And that's so perfect because this is a new beginning. You have to let go of all that shit. All the old thoughts, of all the old views, all the old perceptions. You have to let it all go. Tomorrow, as you are sitting under the full moon, think, you know what? What can I leave here underneath the moonlight and let go and walk? What can you walk away from? Because once you decide to walk away, that's when the new beginning truly, that's when you truly embody the fool. When you're willing to walk away shows how strong you really are. Shedding that old skin. And it's so crazy that it's the snake. Because in order to survive, the snake has to shed the skin. He can't live with that old skin. In order to survive on your path, you cannot keep being that person that you used to be. A lot of people say when they become the new person, or when they realize that they have to leave things behind, certain people stop talking to them. Certain things don't serve them anymore. Okay? You have to shed that old skin. You have to. Drop your shields. Drop your shields. You have to surrender in order to expect change. You have to surrender to the divine, and that dropping your shields is for this Ace of Cups. You are divinely aligned. You are divinely gifted. It is your birthright to be emotionally stable. It is your birthright to have those intuitive gifts. It is your birthright to be creative, to have these ideas, to have that spark. It's your birthright. But you can only have that birthright if you drop your shields, you stop being so defensive, you shed that skin, and you start new, you start fresh. A lot of things are coming into completion here. And you will see the fruits of your labor. The fruits of your labor are coming. I love how the beginning of this spread is the 10 of Pentacles, the end is the 10 of Wands. Okay, so another way you can view it is the cycle of completion is never ending. And it's funny because we start with the 10 of Pentacles. You're coming into materialistically, home life, all that is I'm seeing it's all coming together right now. Okay? But that new beginning, you're gonna have to carry some shit on your back to get to what you want. But before you start the new beginning, you have to let go of whatever is not serving you, of whatever is not meant for you. And you have to be real with yourself and tell yourself, you know what? This isn't for me anymore. Trust yourself enough to know what to let go. Okay? Make your plans. Focus on bettering yourself. Focus on what you really want, okay? You have everything that you need inside. The divine is always with you, always leading you, always guiding you. And you are a lot stronger than you think. One thing I want you guys to remember, when I practiced as a Christian for a very long time. If God be for you, then who can be against you? If the divine has aligned something for you, then no force on the earth can take it from you. The only person who can take your prosperity from you is yourself. The only person that can fuck up your plans is you. The only person that can hold you back is you. You have to let go of whatever you know what it is. You have to let that shit go. It's not working anymore, okay? I am very honored to have given you this reading. If you're interested in hearing more of my videos and seeing more of me, I will be doing how-tos, like how to make mojo bags, candle colors, how to set up a ritual, an altar, things like that for daily magical life. If you're interested, then subscribe, okay? Go follow me on Instagram at The Tarot Witch. I put up daily motivation, daily tarot cards to facilitate any way I can. And I hope everyone has a blessed full moon. I said new moon. Blessed full moon. And I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.